Hi! Can you hear me? Am I on air? I haven't done this before. This is my first ever stage it, and it's weird because I can't hear anything back. I can just hear my own voice. Hello, hello. So I'm just, chilling out in the 91-degree heat that I'm clearly built for in Los Angeles. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for creation for sorting this all out. I thought I would try and work my way through my entire collection of sunglasses with you all in the next 45 minutes to an hour. What do you think? Is that a good call? It might get complicated because I have quite a few pairs and I don't know, it might get confusing. I'm going to try these. These ones are called my Catherine Newtons. Is that working? Is that working for you? Awesome. So I'm supposed to answer questions or something. I don't know. I thought I might also show you my garden. I don't know how far my Wi-Fi stretches out, so I'm going to give it a go. If I lose you, I'll come back inside, I promise, and pick it back up. I kind of thought I might take you outside with me, maybe have a little bounce around on my trampette. I don't know, just hang out a little bit. But Casa Ruthie, what do you reckon? Sound good? This is tonic water. It's all going very well. Okay. Oh, questions. What? Okay, I have a question here from Fife. Foggy. I can't actually see through these sunglasses, so I'm going to go to my next pair. See if these are even darker. Okay, what are you missing about Scotland the most during quarantine? I'm missing my family. I always miss square sausage. I'm not missing the rain, but apparently it's nice where you are too. Apparently it's all like the weather's good, which is helping everyone during the whole COVID situation that we're in. With gin? No, that's not, how very dare you. I'm trying to read some of your questions as well. I love that artwork in the background. Thank you. I'll tell Fiona. My mum did this. She did this with ink. She's very clever, very talented. Big Fifi will be pleased. Okay, I'm on. Is this pair 3 or pair 4? We're getting through them. You have to tell me which ones are your favourites. Okay, I'm going to answer another question, and then I might start to wander and fingers crossed for the Wi-Fi. Okay, Ruth. I can't, it's too dark. The sunglasses work too well. Here. I just love seeing the world through rose tinted spectacles. How long? No, Earth 2KC. Ruth, are you into astrology? If so, what's your sign? I am Aries. I am Virgo rising. So that's a real, it's difficult. It's you're I want to do this thing and then I'll worry about it later. That's my life. I don't know if anybody else has the same astrology or how much you're all into astrology. I think these ones are working pretty well. Will we go for a little wander through my house? It's a bit like through the keyhole. And if I lose myself on the screen, that means you can't see me. And Brittany will text me. I've got you here, Brittany, don't worry. No matter what. And see, outside is my garden, and I'm really hoping I can make it all the way out there because I have some more sunglasses out there. My mum also made those curtains. If you liked the, there you can see them there. If you like the artwork, she also made those curtains. She's very good as Fiona. Okay, you still got me? Have 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 you still got me? I'm just doing this very slowly so I don't lose you. Tell me yes. Tell me yes that you've got me. so that I don't lose you. Yes, 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 I've not lost you. Okay, I made it outside. I made it out to the garden. This is one of my favourite places to be. Hold on, hold on, hold on. These are my sunglasses for the garden. I literally can't see out of these ones. You're not supposed to see out of these ones. I think I got these at a convention in Pittsburgh. Okay, Carolyn Hartley, how long does it take to transform into the goddess Rowena? Well, you know, it takes several licensed professionals at least 2 hours to turn me into Rowena by the time I go into the works, as they call it. And usually Trish does my makeup, and Frida might, she might do the touch ups and things. Jen might do my hair, or Sarah might do my hair, or do part of my hair, go and get makeup, come back, get more hair, go and get changed. Moira might help me get changed and or Kelly, and get my microphone strapped onto me sometimes at that point, and then go back and get more touch ups, and it's a lot. So it takes a while. I mean, they could probably do it in under 2, but yeah, the good news is that I get lots of nice time to hang out with everyone. And the bad news is I have to usually get up the earliest. Jared and Jensen swan in, or that Misha, they swan in 5 minutes before they're up, and I think Misha's up to something today. Are you all doing Gish as well? Okay, it's time for new pair, and I'm going to see, do I have any pets? I'm trying to adopt a cat. I'm not having much success. I've seen the one I want, and you've got to adopt her. You can't just foster her, and I don't know. I think I'm a bit worried about how much travel I do when hopefully this is done. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Oh, just smacked my own laptop. I'm going to keep going. And yeah, Brittany, tell me I'm good. Everyone tell me I'm so good. I'm going to keep going into the garden. I might get sunburned just from being outside in the sun for 2 minutes. It's so bright out here. It's hot. I don't have any shoes on. Have you still got me? You still got me? You still got me? You still got me? This is a very precarious situation. Tell me you still got me. Okay, we're nearly at the trampoline. We're nearly at the trampoline. I'm getting there. I'm just doing it really slowly. I just thought I'd take you. My God, I can't believe we made it all the way out here. I've not lost you. Now I just need to not bounce off the trampoline and throw my my laptop in the air. Tell me if this makes you seasick. This is really good for your lymphatic system. You're supposed to do this every day. Do you all feel healthier? Do you feel better? Is it working? I could probably do it higher. Okay, I'm going to go back towards the house. Apparently it's getting skippy, but that could just be because I'm bouncing around on the laptop. It might not be a Wi-Fi issue. It might just be a trampoline issue. That was probably as much sun as I'm ever supposed to have. Really. And I should probably answer another question. Okay. How do you manage to work with Misha? They say he is kind of crazy. All the best of us are. That's how we manage. It's great. They're all bonkers. They're all nuts. It's a big day though. I know it's a big day for Gish and for Random Acts, and there's the Nerds and Beyond thing. There's a lot of things going on. So thank you. Thank you for joining me and keeping me company today and doing this. Working with Misha is great. He actually, don't tell him I said this. He is actually a really good actor, and he does try harder than some of the other people I work with to like to not always have a carry on.
They're all awesome to work with. They're all different and awesome. Alcal, Jinson, Jorid, and that Musha dude. Question, what's your favorite bagel and cream cheese combo? I mean, bagels are just awesome. I'm going to go back inside now because it's really warm and the air conditioning doesn't happen outside, weirdly. It was a bagel question. I'm not an expert on bagels. I find that they're a lot. I find bagels are quite a lot. But I'll probably any kind of bagel with pretty much anything on it. I do love cream cheese. I do love salmon and cream cheese in a bagel, probably with cucumber. And again, like you could also go down the whole peanut butter, Nutella, banana route. I wouldn't slap it out somebody's hand if they tried to hand it to me. Okay, I'm putting you down for a minute. I've been holding you the whole time. You're quite heavy sometimes. Okay, we're getting through them. These are quite like Rubina ones, I think. These ones. This is thirsty work. I don't know, it's gonna be so thirsty. Did it was gonna be so warm. Yay! This is fun, right? You're having fun. Okay, I'll answer another question. So, answer truthfully. What's bigger, your shoe collection or your sunglasses collection? Probably still my shoes are probably still yeah, probably have more shoes than sunglasses, though I seem to have quite a lot of sunglasses. Do you like these ones? You have to vote for your favourite pair. Yeah, the bagel question kind of made me hungry too. I'm wondering if I should go and get something from the kitchen. I don't know if this is happening to anybody else, but I sort of feel like because we're in the middle of a global pandemic, I can eat whatever I want, whenever I want. And I'm having like chocolate for breakfast and cheese for lunch and chips for dinner. Is anybody else having similar? Just because I said that, I'm going to get my favourite chips out now and show you my favourite chips. Just even talking about them. I had half a bag of these last night. That was my dinner. Don't tell Fiona. These are amazing lime chips. Because they have lime in them, they're healthy. There's a health element. Citrus is really good for you, I think. I don't know. Maybe not scientifically proven. Maybe it's as good as somebody else's science that we're supposed to listen to. What's the most uncomfortable costume you've worn and what's your favourite? Thank you for your question, Tegan. One of my favourite costumes was the red dress I had on in quite an early season. Just fix my hair, it's all over the place. And it also was really difficult to wear because it was completely backless. So I had lots of different things stuck to me because I also still had to have my mic pack and everything on, and I had to have like some kind of bra thing on and a costume not have lines, and it was complicated. Again, several licensed professionals to get me into that red dress, and I hope when the show is over, I hope I'm allowed to bid on some of the Rowena costumes. I hope I'm allowed to buy some of them back from Warner Brothers, because that probably would be one of them that I would get. If Zozia, if you could drink only one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? Okay, well, I mean, probably water or red wine or pink champagne or single malt whiskey or maybe a cocktail with all of those things together wouldn't be good. I don't know, that's a complicated question. I feel like you're asking me to choose one of my babies. I'm not sure I'm prepared to do that today during COVID. don't think that's a very fair question. Okay, so I just watched Jerry Maguire last night. These are my Tom Cruise, Sarah Jessica Parker homage aviators. Can't be a bit of old school. I actually have 2 pairs of aviators. I got this pair when I first came to Los Angeles just to visit Los Angeles. I went to New York and I went to Los Angeles to see if I thought I could live in either place, which of them, where I would like to be. And I kind of thought on paper I would be a New York person. And I love New York, I love visiting New York, but when I came to LA, there was something about the beach and the sunshine, and I bumped into Billy Boyd in the middle of Abbot Kinney Boulevard. There was just something magical about LA for me, and I didn't have very much money, but I was on the beach in Santa Monica, and I did buy myself this pair of sunglasses, and I've kept them. They're 10 years old now, and these are my good luck sunglasses that brought me back to LA. So I'm just going to swap these in. Yeah, these are my LA glasses. This is how I thought I would be living, just living in these glasses in LA. So I should sometimes still wear them, I think. Okay, that's enough about the sunglasses. Let me see. Have you learned any new skills during quarantine? Sorry, there's 2 questions here that I really love. Is it Mania from Hell? The beginning of the show, did you ever expect that it would end up with you as the Queen of Hell? I didn't. I really, really didn't, but lots of other people said it to me. And I just loved playing Rubina so much. I just kept thinking of different elements of her story and the parts that I'd like to investigate more, and somehow the writers kept writing it. And then this season, when they told me at the beginning that what was going to happen after the rupture, and going into the rupture and coming out of it, I just loved that they gave Rowena that journey, that they gave a woman on the show that arc, and that there was a woman in charge, and that I get to play her, and it's an awesome position to be in, as everything comes to an end. So I didn't expect it. I just, I really hope for 6 or 8 episodes. I really, really hope for that. And I think, I don't know, from 34, 35, can't remember. Okay. Bridget, have you learned any new skills during quarantine, such as cooking new things? I have actually. Move on. Look after these ones. Some of these cost like $2. I mean, I'm not sure if you can tell which ones. Might be those ones. I've learned lots of new skills, like eating chips late at night. I've tried dipping the chips in different things. They don't always work. Chips and Nutella don't work as well as you might think they might. I've definitely chopped up a lot more lemons and limes for garnishes. I love lemon and lime in my water, whatever else. But I've now planted an orange tree and a lime tree and a lemon tree in my garden. That I was just quite proud of my garden. And they probably won't grow fruit this year, but if there's another situation next year, if this continues or we're still in quarantine, I'll be okay for garnishes. I won't have to go out of the house for garnishes. I won't have a vegetable or protein or anything, but I'll have good garnish. Okay. Where am I? Did I wear these ones? I don't think I did wear these ones already. Did I wear these ones? I'm losing track now. I'm getting through them, which is good. I'm not getting through your questions very well though, so I should try harder with that. Do you still have your Mary Lane sunglasses? No, I never took them, and I don't know if they were bought or hired. These are the closest. Oh, the Mary Lane Heath ones. Yeah. I think I do. I think I do. Maybe you'll recognise them. Oh gosh, maybe I left them through my room. I think I do. I think I do. They're black. Is that right? I think I do. I think I do have them, but I think I left them in the box in my room. Let's keep going and see if I come across them. But yes, I think I do. How did you manage to keep in character before face planting onto a mat? Osiswisser. That's not how you say your name. I'm sorry. I just before we went to film that bit, Moira had retouched all the blood in my stab wound, and she just was kind of, making sure it looked okay before they were going to call action. And so I'm standing there and I kind of went, ooh, and I just kind of thought about the reality of what was happening to Rowena. And Moira said, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, oh yeah, no, I just was being Rowena." And I just tried to, like, what's his name? Ian McKellen, like Gandalf. What is it he says? Like, you just imagine it, and you do it like it's real or something. His thing that he does that's really funny about actors. And I do know for any thespians out there, I do know Mark Rylance. He says something similar, whereby when you're acting, if you say something like, what if, like, you really, really were just saying that? And I always think that's a good, it's not very complicated, but I think it's always like a good go-to if you're ever stuck. I love these ones. These are second-hand Gucci's. I get lots of second-hand stuff too. They were so not expensive. You've got to just keep your eyes open in all your thrift shops. Okay, Mrs. Shell, why do you give away toiletries at conventions? I'm sure that's not how you were asking. I'm sure you were just asking, why do you give away toiletries at conventions? Oh boy. It's a very long story, going back to me feeling inadequate at one of my very first ever conventions, and my dear friend Erica Carroll had brought along cupcakes that were all designed with SBN family love and everything on them, and she was handing out these cupcakes during our panel, and I just turned up with myself. And so my next panel that night, I went back to the hotel, and the hotel toiletry cart was right beside my door, and I don't know, it's just an instinct that maybe, I don't know, some people like a little shampoo or shoe mitt. It's really made me aware of hotel toiletries and the things that they provide you with and don't provide you with. And I don't know, I get a bit upset when I go into a hotel and like it's stuck to the wall, because that makes it a bit more difficult to give it out the next day at your panel. Okay. If Rowena and Amara ruled the world, what would they do first? So Emily and I, we talked at length. Miss Swallow and I've not worn these ones yet, have I? Miss Swallow and I talked at great length about why the hell Amara and Rowena met in a smelly silo in the freezing cold at 1 o'clock in the morning. We're like, these two ladies, why would they not have met like in the Burj Al Arab spa? Like what's going on here? So I think on the back of that conversation, I think if Rowena and Amara were to rule the world, I think they would just like make everyone have a massive spa package. Make everyone like have a spa. Think how good everyone would feel if everyone had a spa and everyone chilled out and had a scrub, and then those people could do it too. The people who worked in the spa, they could get spa'd to happiness too, and everyone would be happy and everything would be okay. I think that's probably what we would do. Okay, so have you ever made the boys break during a scene? You'd have to ask them. Are these my Maryland hats? I can't remember. Have I ever made them break? No, I tried. It took me like 3 seasons to build up to attempting it. I think it was like end of season 12, and there's a scene in the kitchen with Misha and Jared and Jensen are in the kitchen, and I had to kind of come in, and I had a teapot or something, teapot or tea or something, and the camera's behind me, so you couldn't see what was in front of me, and I walked in, and I'm sure you know by now that the tears in the show are made from lube, and or things that need to stay wet are made from lube. And so there's always big bottles of lube everywhere on set, and so I walked in holding, and I don't think Jared and Jensen remotely broke, but Misha did rescue me by breaking the scene entirely and just going, "Wow, Rowena," and just like kind of picked me up and carried me off with the lube. So Misha kind of made it funny. I think maybe my attempt a prank kind of probably bombed, but was rescued. So I have that to thank Misha for, as well as many other things. Okay, now I don't think I put these ones on, and I really like these ones. Yeah, I need my other glasses. Oh, I need these, my BBs. I need these to read the name of these ones. It's all getting a bit much. What is your favourite movie that most people would be shocked that you like? Top Gun. I cannot wait for the sequel. I must have watched it 50 times. It's a brilliantly constructed film. Every single scene moves it forward. I think I just was the right hormonal age to see all this. Yeah, it was a lot when you were 13, or I think I was too young to see it. You have to be over 15 or something. So I don't know. It was exciting to be able to get to see it, and then I think I wanted to be a pilot for a long time after that. I didn't see why I shouldn't be a pilot. I felt like I could probably do it fairly well. I did have good enough vision to do it probably till about the last year or two. Yeah, Top Gun, Maverick. I feel the need for speed. I wore out the soundtrack. I had the tape, and I wore out the soundtrack. And I may have thought I might have got married to Tom Cruise at one point, which with the whole Scientology thing now might not be on the cards so much. I mean, yeah, it might not happen now, but you never know. Okay, I'm gonna move on from the Top Gun question. Sorry, my screen keeps going. Okay, would you have liked Rubina and May to have done a scene together? Oh my goodness, of course I would have. Sam Smith is one of my favourite people on the planet. She's such a good woman and so talented. And we were actually in a scene for a hot minute in the bunker when Charlie was there, and Felicia and we didn't have any lines, I don't think, either, but we tried to plot in a look, as did David Hayden Jones, and I tried to do the same thing too. Sam was in that room and we did choreograph in a look. I'm not sure the director really picked up on it. Was it filmy? We tried to make eye contact coming through, when Rowena's holding open the, what's it called, the laser hole thing. Sorry, I just keep thinking of what everyone calls it behind his back, and I know it's too rude to say on a Saturday afternoon. Along with the sanator acryl illness, it's along those lines.
I would love, I think it'd be really interesting to see these two kind of slightly strange mothers, it's fair to say, and that they're both slightly unusual. They have an unusual mothering style, probably both of them. So I think it would have been really interesting to compare notes. I did at one point do it with Kim Rhodes on stage at a convention. Rubina and Jodie did a 1 minute improvisation where she asked me a question about parenting and gave her a Rubina answer, and it seemed to go fairly well. These are my newest second-hand Italian glasses. I hope I can still come to Italy later on this year. I hope I can still come and see you all. I hope we can meet again in reality, not just on the internet. How are you all doing? Is there anybody here from Italy? What's my favourite Scottish word? I've just seen that question. Tumshi. And I got it into the show. Tumshi means turnip head. Oh yeah, tumshi. And I think I called Samet at some point. I think I got tumshi. I think they've written rubes in, and I had to Google what rubes meant, and tumshi is probably a good substitute. Yeah, is there anybody here from Italy? Where are you all from? Yeah, I hope to see you in Nashville. Siobhan's asking, who's your favourite SBN character other than Rowena? I'm not really aware of any other characters. I don't really understand the question. These ones are quite old, kind of leopards, but these are quite Rowena ones too. We're getting through them. We're getting through them all. And I think I do have some more on my bedroom floor. These ones make everything quite yellow, which is quite nice. It's it was all yellow. Okay. How are you taking the fact that Supernatural is ending? Well, I've had my ups and downs with it. I often have a very pragmatic response to change, but then the emotions come later. I think I'm fine. I think I'm sort of dealing with it, and then I'll get ridiculously upset about something very small. It's not over, and the universe is not letting it over. It's, because of COVID-19, it won't be over. Everything's delayed, so it's not being allowed to be over yet, and then we have all of this. So I think this will keep going, hopefully, for a long time, and I don't know if it'll ever really be over. So maybe I'm just in denial. Maybe that's the way forward. I don't know. What do you think? Who's the easy? Okay, Liz Garcia. Yes, I do. I'm going to come back to that. Limali. That's how you say it. Who's the easiest person to work with? That would be me. I would be the easiest person to work with on that set. No, they're all easy, and they're all so good. I loved working with Lisa Berry as well. That scene was really good. The Rowena Billy scene, that was easy. Really good actors make it easy, I find. Lisa's one of the best. I also just, it's so easy with, apart from when they're trying to not make it easy, apart from when they're doing their thing, I don't have to think twice about who I am in relation to any of the guys, really. It's just so clear. And I love that Rowena has a slightly different relationship with each of them. And I think I just look back and I see this pictures and I see this wee person, me, and sometimes 4 or 5 big dudes around me or more, and like the fact that she holds her own, that this character was given that capability and that I got to play her. Just think I'm really lucky. So it's all been easy in a lot of ways. The actual acting with everyone, it's been great, and I've had such great writing. I've had such great scenes and great one-liners. I take the credit when really it's everything around it has made it easy
for Rowena to be so fabulous. Okay. Okay, Marie, I'm going to come back to the TV show recommendations. Marie, what life lesson have you learned from your character? Love from France. Bonjour, ça va? I'm so sorry Darklight's not happening, but I'll see you all hopefully again at the end of the year. Hopefully if we get to do everything. It's one of my favourite places to go is to France. Hope you're all doing okay. One of my life lessons I've learned from Rowena. I wish she doesn't say the S word, you know, that bad word, this sorry word. I wish I could learn that. I wish I could learn not to say that so much, just like all the time. Sorry. In playing Rowena and going through this journey of being on the show for 6 seasons, 6 years, I mean, I've learned so much. I've learned so much from being in the fandom, trying to manage my life, trying to manage myself, going out on stage, doing things like this, speaking to y'all, not worrying about it, enjoying it. I don't know if I could possibly sum up all the life lessons and all the gifts that I've been given from being in this fandom. I'm not sure I could put it all into words, really. It's been the time of my life. It kind of makes me want to break into song. That's what StageIts normally are, right? Now I've had the time of my life. Do 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 do. Okay, I'll stop now. Are you still with me? Do you agree with some of the fans that Rowena should have her own spin-off? And would you do one if one was ever offered to you? Very much so, very much. Of course I would. No, I think I always thought there was scope for at least doing a back episode of Rubina going back to Scotland in 1700, whatever, and seeing what life was really like, the grimier side of it all, coming through and really having your life at risk and surviving all that. And I think there is scope for a whole backstory. And with the whole, like they're using the Irishman, with the whole being made younger technique, I could play it. Like I could play Rowena at 20 or 25 if they had all the money to do that. And I do know Jensen especially loves Scotland. We had a conversation. I've got a picture of the Loch Ness Monster up on my wall here. And he said something about Loch Lomond being one of his favourite places. And I said something about Nessie, Nessie being from Loch Lomond. And Jensen said to me, "Are you sure Nessie's not from Loch Ness, Ruth?" And so I got schooled by a Texan about Scotland, and I've lost the thread of the question, so I'm going to just stop talking now. What's the first thing you'll do when all of this virus isolation is over? After seeing friends and family. Thank you, Zoe-Ann. Maybe get a haircut? I don't know, I think lots of people are having hair issues. Yeah, maybe a haircut. I don't honestly, from my own personal point of view, I know there's people have different opinions about all of this. Even when things start to lift, I think we'll have still to be careful. I don't know if we should rush back into everything just suddenly because we can. I think we have to be mindful about our health, about everyone else's health. So I expect to kind of ease back in very, very gently. What's been your favourite sunglasses? I mean, as we're kind of like running down towards the end here, what pair should I end with? What's a strong pair to end on? If Rowena could dye her hair any colour, what would it be? I swear to goodness, I was out for lunch. These ones. Oh, I know what ones I'm going to finish on. as it started off. I was out for a birthday lunch because I remember the time. It wasn't my birthday, it was my friend Lotta's birthday. And we were talking about playing parts and different things and hair colours. And I said, I'd love to go blonde. I'd love to have to go blonde. But I'd like a show, like I'd like to, I'd like to be for a real good reason, for a character and for it to be taken care of in that way. I don't think I'd have the courage to ever just chop my hair off and say like go like Elena's blonde or short or something. But I've always thought Marilyn Monroe's hair when it was really short off the back of her neck, and I've always thought that would be really cool. Anyway, I swear that was whatever day that was, Monday or Tuesday. And the next day I got my next script in for Supernatural. And the script said, Rowena's, leaving this building and hailing a taxi. And she's blonde. And it was the first episode back, I think, and Jensen was directing it. And he'd chosen this blonde wig for me. And I literally got my wish come true in that I got to be blonde. During Supernatural, I got to be blonde, and it was really super fun. Yeah. Okay, see if there's any more questions. Do you like musicals? Oh yeah. So what's your favourite? Oh man, I could bore you to tears. I know all the words to so many musicals, which is not to say I can sing them. I can't, not at all, but I do love them. I think it can be such an amazing art form. I would have loved to have I got to dance a bit as Rowena doing the tango, that scene. I would love for there to have been a real song and dance episode, or something for Rowena to do, because I'm much more comfortable singing in character than I as myself. So yeah, I love all the musicals. I love the old school ones. I mean, let's not talk about the movie, but seeing Cats when I was younger was amazing. All those musicals, Starlight Express, Phantom of the Opera, Barnum, I think. My mum loved when I was younger. Chess, Into the Woods, Tell Me on a Sunday. Oh, so many. And yeah, God bless the musical, and I hope, all the people working in the West End and Broadway, I hope there's a way of things being picked back up, so that we don't lose what I think is a really important industry. I just saw Hadestown when last time I was in New York with Reeve, who I think some of you all know from some other conventions. Hadestown was one of my favourite musicals I've ever seen, written by women, I think, directed by women. And there's a song about a wall. Why do we build a wall? And it's very appropriate and made me cry. And it's kind of like a lot of New Orleans style music. So it's not, it's very relatable and very fun and absolutely brilliant. So see Hadestown if you get the chance. Okay. Yeah, do you think Rowena would take the boys to a party, because they never go to parties? I know. I was at a party one time on the phone, that tango scene when they called, and I said that to them. Yeah, I'd like to get them all loose. That would be fun. That would be really fun. Let's pitch it. Let's see if there's time. See if we can shoot that. Anyway, I'm running out of steam. I'm going to answer just a couple more questions, and then I'm going to let you all get on with your Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm trying to read one of these more questions. What will you miss the most? Oh, I know one the thing I forgot to go back to was the TV show suggestions. There's a great show called Unorthodox that's on Netflix. It's wonderful, and there's a making of documentary afterwards. It's wonderful. please see Unorthodox. It's wonderful. Did I say Unorthodox was wonderful? It's wonderful. I just finished watching Ozark season 3. It's always so good. I just watched This Way Up with Ashley B and Sharon Horgan. I really enjoyed that. Sharon Horgan also made Catastrophe, so if that's your kind of thing, you might like that. Those are my recommendations. Yeah, I'm watching rather a lot of television. I'm sure you are too. Please speak with an American accent. Is it difficult? It is. I get a bit embarrassed because I think I can do it, but then when I get a bit self-conscious, and I don't know, and I feel like when you do it on, like when you do it like that people are kind of listening for what's wrong rather than watching you do a character. So I might not, if that's okay, I might not bother. I may just keep that for myself, and you'll just have to watch me in something I get cast in as an American. That would be cool. I improvised an American. If you want to see some of my American in a really cool film, it's on Amazon and iTunes, I think, called Harakiri, directed by my friend Henry Alberto. It's a really interesting coming of age movie. Hope you get to see it. What was your first impression of J2M? I think, like a lot of people, I spent a lot of time just working out which one's the handsomest, and it's really tough. It's just one of those questions that you just never get to the bottom of. Still not sure the answer. I'm just going to leave that there. One of my favorite, sorry, I've seen this question. What's your favorite place in France? I've been to a few places in France. I did really love visiting the palace at Versailles, although I did end up getting escorted out of it, which is a whole story for another time, for another day, for another place. I'm going to sign off soon. Thank you for joining me. I hope it's been fun. And yeah, stay safe. Do your gish. Do all the things. I hope you have fun. And thank you for supporting this just now. I'm giving 10% of everything you've tipped to Random Acts. So thank you for that. And yeah, I love you lots. I feel bad. I feel bad pressing end show, but I'm gonna do it.